Hey, aloha, it's Ronnie Margolis with the agency Margolis Team Kauai, coming to you from the beautiful island of Kauai with our June market update. And hey, if you haven't subscribed or liked our channel, please do so now. That way you can get all the latest information about the market in Kauai and around the state, and keep up to date with what's happening in our community and any great activities that are going on. So with that, let's take a look at what's going on in the real estate market as we enter into June, almost summertime, when we do the numbers. First thing I want to just mention is there's a lot of talk about real estate in the news and volatility because of things like tariffs, etc. You need to remember that real estate is hyper-local, meaning the island markets are quite different than the mainland. And even within our island, we have micro markets, meaning one condo complex might have a lot for sale, and it's a different climate in terms of buyers and offers and leverage versus a high demand property where there's nothing for sale and something comes on the market. And the neighbor islands typically are different. We look at Oahu as our urban or city market, which has its own drivers. And the neighbor islands, of course, have lower population, lower amount of inventory, higher demand relative to the inventory for luxury properties and certainly vacation rental properties. Oftentimes when there are prices going down on the mainland, they're not here, they're stable because of the low inventory and high demand. So let's take a look at Kauai. This is all the properties that are for sale, both properties that are under contract and properties that are active. So everything that's currently for sale, there's 273 single or multifamily homes. We have very few multifamily homes. 327 condos or condotels, and condotels are hotels that were turned into condos. They make great vacation rentals, although they're limited. They don't have things like kitchens, but often a good way to get a toehold on the island. 114 parcels of land, and the very least expensive 5,000 square foot lot is $299,000, and that makes a total of 714 properties that are for sale. So how many of them are under contract? Well, we have two statuses: contingent, meaning in escrow, agreement between buyer and seller. They've had a meeting of the minds, with contingencies like inspections or termite or the survey, or under contract. The contingencies have been satisfied. So we've got 81 single and multifamily homes currently in escrow, 123 condos or condotels, but be mindful of the little asterisk, 88 of those, a pretty high percentage, are at this new project called Kauai o Koloa on the south side. And it's going to be a great project. They show up with our stats, but of course, until they're completed with their certificate of occupancy, they won't actually close the sales. And 15 land parcels, so for a total of 219 properties current in escrow. These are the amount of active listings. So currently, if you're in the market to buy, there are 192 residences to choose from, 204 condos or condotels to choose from, 99 parcels of land, 495 active listings, and that's fairly consistent as the inventory has grown. This is down just a few numbers, a few digits from last month's inventory. So slowly we watch the inventory go, and then occasionally we get a little burst of sales. Last month we had that. This month, the slowest amount of sales, certainly in the entire year and maybe over the last several years. So the current market is continuing its slow growth. There are more pending deals, hence we didn't see any rise in inventory in May. Micro markets, I talked about that earlier. Again, the market shift according to inventory in a given neighborhood, and May was a very slow month. Here's just a graph of the 51 sales that we had island-wide. Not a lot of sales. Let's zoom in on the luxury market. There's currently 119 active listings, 8 homes that sold a month. That's the absorption rate. What does that mean? Well, I analyzed 2025. So in the first 5 months of 2025, how many homes sold? Divide that by the number of months. That's the absorption rate. And so with an average of 8 homes, this is over 2 million sold a month. We've got 14 months of inventory. That's a lot of inventory. Anything over 6 months is surely a buyer's market. And within our vacation destination area, and if that's an area of interest to you, I'm working on a book about how to run a successful Airbnb business here in the islands, and I would love to get that to you if that's something you want to pursue. It should be published within the next month. So on the north shore of Kauai, so that would be Princeville, and also the Hanalei Colony Resort out in Hyanna, we have 7 months of inventory, 11 properties in escrow. The South Shore, 10 months of inventory, 13 in escrow. And reminding you that 88 of the 100 plus escrows there are at Kauai, Okaloa, and there still are units for sale there. If you'd like more information on that, we'd be happy to connect you with their sales manager. And on the east side, so that would be along the Coconut Coast, everything from Ponokai in the center of Kapa'a Town all the way down to Kahalani, which is technically in the Lahui district, but it's really more in Wailua. So there are 53 condos or condotels for sale, and a run rate or absorption rate of 6 a month. We have 9 months of inventory, so more of a buyer's market than certain areas of the island. And the condo market continues to have challenges. We've talked in many months before about the raising of insurance and what has happened in the insurance industry due to hurricanes around the nation. And so that increases the budget for the Homeowners Association, and the amount that won't be insured by the major carrier, that onus falls upon the owners. And that's created a challenge. You know, when you couple our rising maintenance fees along with the higher interest rates, the formula for a positive cash flow becomes narrower. And if you're someone that wants to be hands-off with a property manager, you need to attenuate your expectations. If you really want to have a solid business as well as a great investment in a real estate asset, you need to consider doing Airbnb or VRBO and managing it yourself, saving the 20 to 30%. And of course, as with anything you need for Kauai, we're here to provide you with the resources so that you can be successful in managing on your own if you choose to do that. It's easier than you think. Taking a look historically, you know, prices have only dropped here a couple times in the last 4 decades, and buyers continue to gain leverage in the market. And I've said this over and over for the last few months. And we talked before about, you know, some of the reasons why the buyers are getting more leverage. And I just want to finish with talking about our team. So we've got a team of 5 great agents here to take care of you. And of course, our goal is to exceed your expectations. And it's all about you. We want to know, you know, paint us a picture. Paint us a picture of your island dream so that we can see it and we can understand. Meet you where you are and in your timing to help this dream of yours become a reality. Because we have a team, you get 5 agents really for the investment of 1 agent, and we're here to negotiate, consult, guide you, help you get the backstory on the property, other information that you won't see. You can find all these properties on Zillow, on Realtor.com, on Redfin, but you can't find the backstory and understand the best strategy, whether you're buying or selling, to get you the result that you want. And finally, kina ole. And what is that? Well, that's a Hawaiian word, doing the right thing in the right way, at the right time, in the right place, to the right person, for the right reason, with the right feeling the first time. And that's the code that we work by and live by and look to serve you with. So until next month, I want to just say, have a great June. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach us. You can certainly ping in onto this particular YouTube video. You can call me directly at 808-346-7095. I'm Ronnie Margolis. Thanks for the opportunity to be of service, and we look forward to speaking to you soon. Aloha. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing property tours and real estate insights from Kauai.